now terrorism expert Frank Gaffney, who is the president of the Center for Security Policy. Welcome. Great to have you here.
Great to be with you. Thank you for having me.
We have Khalid Sheikh Mohammed appearing in a military court today, more than a decade after the 9/11 attacks, and yet you say, despite all the efforts we've had over the past 10, 11 years, that we are no safer today than we were back in 2001. Why do you say that?
Look, important progress has been made with respect to a small subset of the problem. We have killed bin Laden. We have taken down a number of the other al-Qaeda leaders. We've got Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and a relatively small number of others in custody now, as you say, being prosecuted. The problem is that is just a subset of the universe of people who are waging what I think is probably best described as the jihadists' war on America. It doesn't count the larger community of al-Qaeda-like violent jihadists, for one thing. We've been talking about al-Qaeda core as opposed to its franchises. Well, the franchises shouldn't be dismissed or minimized. They're a serious problem. But beyond that, there is this other phenomenon, another form of jihad that is being waged by another organization. They call it civilization jihad, and that organization is the Muslim Brotherhood. And we've done a really thorough study of this group at a website called MuslimBrotherhoodinAmerica.com, which shows what this not so much nonviolent group, but pre-violent group is actually doing inside our country, that is having at least the same intended purpose as the violent jihadists, namely destroying us from within. And the really troubling piece about this is, I think the Obama administration not only doesn't understand that this other kind of jihad is being waged against us, they are actually empowering and legitimating and actually enriching the Muslim Brotherhood.
They would say that they are not extremists, that they are positioning themselves as one that you can do business with. Recently, the White House had several members over for a meeting, and the Obama administration is giving $1.5 billion to help the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt.
Right, has given in a lump sum payment, and another $170 million to its franchise Hamas, a designated terrorist organization in the Palestinian Authority unity government. Exactly right. They are, as I say, missing entirely that this is, in fact, not a secular group. The director of national intelligence once suggested. It is not a nonviolent group. It is a pre-violent group. It is not a group that we can safely do business with. Its stated mission in America is to destroy us from within by our own hands.
It's very sobering indeed. We are unfortunately running out of time today, but we're going to have you back to talk more about this, more in depth about the Muslim Brotherhood, and we thank you as always for joining us today.
Appreciate you taking it up.
Sarah Palin,